ESPN was wrong for suspending the commentator who used the term chink in the armor in reference to Jeremy Lin and the New York Knicks. When I first heard this comment was made, I said, yeah, in my head, they should suspend this guy. I assumed he was just a conversation and he was like, hey, what about that chink in the armor in New York? That would be racist and offensive. But he was just using the term chink in the armor as part of a regular conversation, as many people do. Many people do use the term kink in the armor instead because, let's be real, the term chink is extremely offensive, and for many people in the Asian community, it's the equivalent of the N-word. So we understand that, but the commentator should have been given an opportunity to come on and apologize for his mistake. This was not a Don Imus situation where Don Imus used the term nappy-headed hose. This was not that. And I don't know what the intent was behind the guy who posted it on a ticker, so we can't speak to his firing, but the commentator should be able to come back on. But this is part of the problem that we see. When people are exposed on a large scale to people of a different culture, all types of racist and racial tones, terms come out. Just like with President Obama, we saw a lot of racism directed towards him, but we saw a lot of racial comments used, such as shuck and jive. And then we saw comments directed towards Tiger Woods with Fuzzy Zeller and fried chicken and watermelon. We see these things coming up, and they play on the stereotypes that people have had over the years. We shouldn't just suspend and fire people when they make mistakes like these. We should give them opportunities to come on and actually use these situations as teachable moments and let them apologize. So while I do understand that the term is racist and offensive, I do think that we have to take everything in context, and I don't think this commentator meant to be that way, and for that ESPN overreacted. But now that part is done, let's also continue to educate ourselves on these offensive terms, because most people don't want to intentionally offend anybody. So let's move on and keep the dialogue going, as opposed to just suspending and firing and thinking that these situations are going to go under the table, because they won't.